design? Yeah, that's a big question.
If it's good design, I think it solves a problem without you knowing that it's been solved.
You can't really follow, I think, specific steps or get there via a certain exact formula. It has to be something that suits the end user.
We've all walked into a space before, and if the aesthetic or the vibe resonates with you, for whatever reason, the space feels really good.
We're an interior design firm. We focus on commercial and residential clients, and we just help them create spaces that suit them, really create spaces that embody their brand, help them connect with their team, connect with their clients.
You know, you have a sense of accomplishment at 10 years. It's far from just the two of us that have gotten us here. Our internal team is incredible. I'm not sure there's a better group of 6 people I'd rather spend my time with all day.
I think we got a call about a really exciting project that was just about to start construction, and we got a call saying that it was going to be on hold, and I thought the person on the other line was joking.
That happened, and then the next day we had a much smaller project take the same approach. For a moment there, you wondered if you were designing your last offices as an interior design firm and what you pivot into.
Everyone was talking like, oh, the office is dead, everyone's working from home now, you know, and certainly we've built our business around helping other businesses create their work environment.
It was just kind of like, let's be water and go with the flow and see what happens and not make any rash decisions. Keep our wits about us. We know what we do well. We know what people gravitate towards. Let's continue to provide that in this new world.
But because Colin and I are married and business partners, we started thinking, you know, like 2.5 months in, we were like, well, I guess we could go to what's stopping us from going in? And so we started coming in, and then the team was, you know, started saying, we'd really like to come back too. Like, we just, you know, working from home. It's hard in a creative field to work separately like that in isolation. So eventually we all came back, and we've found our way. Because we're a smaller team, it's easy for us.
As designers, we're addressing problems. That's what we're doing. You know, we're problem solving every day. So this is a really big new problem.
The change was about halfway through. I think corporate clients started asking, well, what's the answer? What's the answer to the return to work? What's the exact formula that we need to do in order to get people back and have it be safe and all these things?
There's no one right answer for everybody. And again, it goes back to what we do anyway, which is really listen to what people want.
If you ask the question, even people just feel like they're more engaged in the change. We're in this space where we really need to talk with people, interview teams, do surveys. It's changed the way I think people are thinking about their real estate investment in terms of a company cost. And it's changed the way that I think employees think about what their company is offering to them as well.
The design development phase of any project is such a big one. It's easier to make an adjustment on the drawing board than it is a sledgehammer on the site. And prior to us providing 3D models to people, it was still a big one. But to your point, especially in the last 2 years, when you haven't had the accessibility to be in person, to be able to get people online, walk through a space, stop, tour around, has been really good.
There's certain ways you can design spaces to give physical cues. Really thinking about the psychology of space and how we can help people be better at their work. Giving them some controllability of their space, height adjustability on their desk, or like some control over the light they get. Comfort too, I should say, is another one. Ergonomic seating, the living elements, greenery, all of these things contribute to people's well-being at work. That you can be yourself. That's really what everyone wants. They want to be themselves at work. Just creating an environment that allows that to happen is important. It goes back to just the basics of design, which is like providing natural light to people, views, giving them those basic elements, and then layering on top of that what's specific to your team and what do they identify with most about your brand and your culture. And how do you foster that in a space where maybe not everyone's coming in all the time? And that is the challenge of our time, but I think it's really exciting.
I'm torn. I would really love to see a new approach to things. The idea that you need to be in an office 9 to 5 to get your work done, well, that had already started to shift anyway. And so now, like, you know, we've been pushed into this, and everyone's been pushed into it. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to really see value in the office. What does that look like? I don't know. And that comes back to, I think, listening to people. You know, we're only going to be able to create good design if we realize why we're designing it. We're only going to realize why we're designing it if we're really listening to what people have a problem with. So good design is, for me, is addressing somebody's problem in a way that is going to make them feel really good.
Creating spaces that are usable and engaging for the people that use them is what good design is, to me anyway.